Hey, I'm Cameron McKenzie, the editor-in-chief at theserverside.com. Follow me on Twitter at CameronMCNZ. In this tutorial, I'm going to explain to you why you can't find gitconfig or .gitconfig, and I'm going to explain to you how you can find it. So I'm going to explain to you why you can't find your Git configuration files. Now, here's the two folders where my Git configuration should go. In the etc directory, I get my system. And then in the administrative root, I get my global config. The file should be named gitconfig and .gitconfig. But as you can see, they're not here. There's no .gitconfig up here, and there's no gitconfig right down here. So why are they not there? Well, here's the little trick. The trick is, if those files have never actually been edited, Git doesn't create them. So if you've never put a setting into the global or system config, the associated config file is just not there. So you can kick that into gear. Just do a little sudo git config and say you want to set into the, well, shall we do the system scope, which would be the etc, or do we want to do the global scope, which would be the root? Let's do global. And I'm going to set the user.name to global. Type in the password because it's a sudo. And all of a sudden you see the global set right there. Actually you don't, but I'm just going to do a little refresh there. I just switched between hidden and then not hidden. That just forced it to do the refresh. And there's the git config file right there. So it wasn't there before just because it had never been used. But now that it's been used, I'll open it up. You can see name equals global. And the exact same thing is going to happen for the system config. So if you look down here, it's no magic trick. The git config file, and it's not .gitconfig, it's not there. It should be right in that group there. It's not, and so I'm going to change this from global to system, and I am going to change the name to, well, system, so maybe Sister Sally. And then down here we now see the magical git config come up, and if I open it with the text editor, you can see the name is Sister Sally. Now, by the way, if you're having a hard time finding your config files, you can always run this little command. I'll put it in the comments: sudo git-c core.editor equals ls -la config. If you put this in here, it'll actually tell you where your different configuration files are. I can't say local because I'm not in a Git repository, but if I say system, it tells me where system is. You got to spell things right. And you can see etc git config, and if I say global, it tells me where the global file is. So anyways, that can help you out with your troubleshooting as well. Anyways, I hope that helped you out a little bit. By the way, if you enjoyed this tutorial, head over to theserverside.com. We got loads of stuff on Git, DevOps, server-side software development, all of that stuff. If you're interested in my personal antics, follow me on Twitter at CameronMCNZ and subscribe on YouTube.